Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Badass Reviewer, and today I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Age of Ultron Captain America. This is part of the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave. I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed in this figure. I was actually really looking forward to this because I really liked the Winter Soldier Captain America that came out last year. And this one just kind of disappoints because they, I don't know, it's just the figure itself has changed and they took away probably one of the best parts of the figure, which I'll get into in a minute. But not only that, the paintwork on mine is really crappy. A lot of really messed up paint, especially on the white here. The red here on his stomach is missing a coat, like the blue is bleeding through, or whatever color they painted it. I'm guessing blue. I think, and his torso is new, as a new sculpt. It's a lot, I don't know, I think it's a lot more wide than it was on the previous one. I have him right here for reference. I think his chest area is a little more wider than the previous one, so he kind of he looks really like wide and then really kind of skinny, so it's kind of weird looking. So I'm not really digging that too much. It doesn't look the best. It is sculpted nicely though. I just don't think I just don't really like the proportion of it. He looks really weird, at least to me anyways. And then the star on here is messed up. I'm just really upset that this figure came out so poorly. Not only that, they messed up the shield for me. I was actually pretty happy about the shield because it's just a, red version of the stealth shield. The reason I liked this shield is because, one, it was a pretty big shield, which I like to have Captain America have a pretty big, like a decently sized shield, and I think this is probably close to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends shield. But what made this shield work was the fact that the straps were like hard plastic, and that you had to, put his hand in and then take his hand off, put the arm through, and then put the other one on. That held on very nicely, and I actually painted one up and used it for my Marvel Now cap, which he is using right here, which I think actually looks pretty nice. But this one, they pretty much ruined it for me because they gave him soft straps, which is not a good thing. And also, I think they made the loop way bigger for the hand than it was on this one. So what ends up happening is you put it on his arm, but it doesn't hold. There's nothing there to hold it. So whenever you move it, it basically, well, see, I put this hand on for a reason, because it for some reason holds the best. Which I'm just going to go ahead and say this comes with all the same hands. It's pretty much the Winter Soldier figure, but redecoed and slightly modified. So I'm not going to go into much about the rest of the figure accessories. He also comes with this new, like, darker skin-toned Captain America or Steve Rogers head, which looks actually pretty nice. But if we pop this hand off, and now I feel like I'm missing all the hands. Here we go. Alright, so I put the fist on, right? Put the hand through, alright, fits through really easily, which I don't like. But then, if you just want him to stand there, it flops around, and for some reason it doesn't want to pop out. But the point I'm trying to get is anytime I'm trying to pose the hand around with the shield on, it comes off way too easy, and that just bothers me. I want it to be tight. I want it to stay on there and move with the arm when I'm moving it, and not have it like slide off every time. I don't like this at all. It really bothers me. I wish they had just stuck with the same, straps as the original, or at the very least made this one a little tighter. If it was a little tighter, I think it would work better. But I think what I'll just do is probably paint up another one of these and put it on this guy. Although his wrist is a little bit different. It seems to be a little bit thicker than the original. So it doesn't fit in the best. But I'll figure something out. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm just kind of disappointed by this figure. Not to say that it's bad, but it's just not as good as the Winter Soldier in my opinion. So let's take a look at the figure itself. The head sculpt is exactly the same for the most part. The skin tone is just different. The helmet's a little bit more painted with the fins here. The silver kind of goes down a little bit farther, whereas this one doesn't. It's also painted in a lighter blue, which is nice. I actually like the color of the blue. It's pretty Captain America-esque, so that's nice. But head sculpt's exactly the same. Everything about him is the exact same except for the torso, and I'm pretty positive the arms, yep, arms are exactly the same. I think they're missing maybe the sculpting. I'm trying to see if the shoulders are the same. I feel like they are, but I can't tell if it, nope, they're the same, they're just not painted. So the arms are the exact same, the legs are the exact same. The only thing different is the torso. Like I said, just doesn't look very good. Gets a decent range of motion, but yeah, I just don't, it just looks kind of funky to me. And maybe it'll grow on me, but it just makes him look funky. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. The paint, it's okay, other than, you know, this torso area, it just got really messed up. A lot of the white is what the problem is. So that's really unfortunate. I might just see if I can't paint it up and make it look a little bit better, but I'm not the best, well, I think it's just the paint I use. I just use like Walmart paint because I'm cheap and I don't really care too much. I think it looks good in some cases, but I guess we can just talk about articulation. I don't really know what else to say. He's pretty much the exact same figure. So yeah. Head goes up and down, left and right, rotates, arms go in and out, rotate 360 degrees, biceps swivel, double jointed elbows, hinge at the wrist as well as a swivel. He's got an ab crunch that goes forward and back, rotates at the waist, legs go forward, in and out, doesn't go back, rotates at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot. He has a hinge in the foot as well as an ankle pivot. So articulation's good. It's all still the same articulation for the most part. Well, for the most part, I mean exactly the same. I don't know, somehow the execution of this figure just kind of sucks, and that really is unfortunate because I was looking forward to this figure. Maybe what I could do is just kind of shove his arm through the smaller end. Maybe that would work. I just did that now and it seems to hold a little bit better, but I don't know. It's just kind of unfortunate that the figure came out like this, and maybe I'm just complaining for the wrong reasons, but I don't know. It's just, I feel like the quality control shouldn't be this bad. And I just, again, that shield just really bothers me, and I would like this shield a lot more if it weren't for these straps. So maybe I can swap out the Marvel Now shield that I made for this one and see if maybe he can hold it, because he can actually grip things, whereas this one just has a fist. He doesn't have any kind of gripping hand, so we'll see how that works. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, even though I just kind of ranted most of the time, so I wouldn't really call it a review. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more figure reviews and the other figures from this wave, and I'll talk to you guys later.